Alright, so this is going to be our first video. We're kind of playing around a little bit, seeing what we can't do. Obviously, being our first, we're going to make a few mistakes, but I hope you enjoy it, and we're going to have some fun. Today we're going to cook bacon jam. A lot of you guys don't know what that is. I actually didn't for a long time, but it's probably the best thing that's ever happened. It's kind of like a sugary type, savory jam. You can put it on your burgers, you can put it on biscuits, it's good for breakfast. I mean, it's just really, it's intense, it's awesome. And the good thing about jam is it saves a while, so you can just keep getting fat off of it for a good minute. Alright, so first things first, we want to cook off the bacon. I laid it out right here, you can see. Just want to lay it out even. I like thick cut bacon, and the cool thing about this bacon is it's actually soaked in beer first, and then it's double smoked. So bacon, if y'all don't know, is actually the pig's belly. I know, probably obvious, but for some people, not so much. What happens here is they soak it whole in, different types of beers. Today we're going to rock this one, Bourbon Barrel Stout. But basically, they soak it whole, and then they smoke it whole as well. All of that liquid's coming out of the bacon, out of the pork belly itself, and then they slice it in these thick, beautiful strips. My best way, my favorite way to cook bacon is in the oven. I mean, it just is an even cook. It's just a little better. You can do it any way you really want to, but in my opinion, the best way to do it is in the oven. If you have convention, even better. Just kind of circulates the hot air a little bit around. It's not bad. So we're going to put them in. Let's start at 15 to 20 minutes, and then we're going to start the rest of this. I already had this from earlier, but it's something I just kind of love to do. Maybe like once a week I'll grab like a pound of bacon, slice it up into little strips. I'll keep the bacon for itself, and then I'll keep the fat. I don't know, you can do so much with it. I make breakfast sandwiches that are stupid good. It's just really whatever you want to do. But we're going to add this bacon fat to be able to saute our onions. Now, I do have the recipe posted online. We're going to have it on Facebook, and eventually when our website comes out, it's going to be up there as well with a little easy drop-down menu, something to work with. It seems like a lot of onions, I know, but we have 3 pounds of bacon. We are doubling the recipe for this one. You're going to like it. We're going savory. It's going to be sweet. Right here we have our mustard seeds, our vinegar, brown sugar, maple syrup. So it's all going to come together. It's going to be really beautiful. We're going to add our onions. Our garlic and shallots. Alright. You just want to see that nice little sweat. They're just starting to go. Perfect right there. Now, like I showed you earlier, this Bourbon Barrel Stout, we got to add it. Normally, I would add water to this, but I'm thinking that this is going to be a really good dark, rich flavor. I can't open it, so let's get creative. I don't know if y'all ever learned this trick. The lighter. It's kind of fun. Alright, we're thinking, just a little bit, enough to cover the onions, and then we're going to reduce it down, thicken it up, because at the end we do want to end up with a jam consistency. It's actually really good. This is Anderson Valley, Boonville, California, Bourbon Barrel Stout. It's almost chocolatey. It's really tasty. It's going to go really well with our bacon jam. Okay, so we're going to reduce this down. For those of you that aren't familiar with the term reducing, basically we're just slitting out all of the water, intensifying the flavor, bringing it down, thickening it up a little bit. Normally I don't do this, but being as we're coming so close to Thanksgiving, I thought cranberries, right? But I can't stay away from bacon, so we're going to rock some cranberries in here, kind of see how it comes out. You don't have to. This recipe is going to be awesome without them, but we're going to play around. We're going to see. That's what cooking is. We're going to have some fun with it, and I think it's going to add some sweetness. So what I did do is I dumbed down a bit of the other ingredients. The brown sugar, it's going to add sweetness. The maple syrup, we kind of just laid back a bit on it, you know, kind of just seeing where we're going. Obviously, once we get near the end of it, we can determine whether or not it needs a little more sweetness, and that's really the most important part. Next, we're just going to add our mustard seeds, vinegar, brown sugar, all that goodness right up in here. Just going to let that sweeten it up. Really, it's just easy from here. We're just waiting on the bacon. We're going to pop it out, cool it down, tear it up. You can cut it all proper and nice like, but in my opinion, get a little savage with it. Tear it up, throw it in, and get ourselves a nice jam. It's about time to take the bacon out. Let's see how we're looking. Loving it. We're just going to let the bacon cool down so we can tear it in a little uneven, ridiculous shreds. And like I said, all this right here, all this bacon grease, save it. Use it as butter. I mean, that's just deliciousness altogether. I don't know if you guys are smelling that, but it smells so good.
I just can't believe you threw bacon away.
Burnt bacon?
That really pissed me off, man.
I don't care.
Dude, you need to start checking with me, man, before you throw stuff away.
I don't think you understand the level of anger that we all have right now.
Oh, the level of anger.
Like, those could have easily been eaten just plain, you know? By any one of us.
Exactly.
Alright, last bit, guys. We're almost there. This is, like I said, where we're just kind of getting weird with it. Just be stupid, you know? Just kind of tear it up. I didn't wait long enough, really. It's kind of still pretty hot, but it's going to be alright. I cooked them a little more just so it holds up against the liquid itself. That way we can still get a good crunch when we want to use this. So, cranberries are going to be killer for Thanksgiving, in my opinion. So, we're going to see how it turns out. We're just going to let it simmer a little longer and bring it up to jam consistency. But we're just crumbling the bacon in there. Like I said, it really doesn't matter what your sizes are. I do recommend letting it cool down just a little bit because it does get a little warm with the grease. Do it different when I reduce anytime, but we want jam consistency. Now when it's hot, it's going to look a little more loose. You're looking for something that just kind of barely sticks to the spoon, but it'll still drop off. All we got to do now is cool it down. We're good to go. So one thing I do want to say, generally you do this for really any recipe, but hold off on seasoning until the very end. Bacon is inherently salty, and really, you know, this had a lot of things done to it. You know, it was soaked in beer, double smoked. You really just don't know until all the ingredients are present where you're at as far as seasoning goes. And the best way to do it is to get to your final product, basically, taste it, decide from there your seasoning. You know, a lot of recipes will give you an exact amount, but I want to stress to everybody to understand what seasoning does to food. So you're going to taste it, you're going to experiment, you might over-season something at first, but you'll finally understand why salt and pepper is so necessary. Alright, so this is the same pan I cooked the bacon on. Like I said, let's just keep those flavors moving. It's still got bacon grease on it. We're just going to drop this on there. Our main thing is to just cool this jam off. We got our cranberries in there, adding awesome flavor. Torn up bacon. This is going to be great. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. Alright, let's see what our end result is. I'm pretty excited. It looks incredible. It's the perfect consistency. Wow. You guys are going to really love this. Alright guys, so it was a lot of fun. Super stoked with how that bacon jam came out. I hope that you guys really liked it. Make it for me. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you would add. You know, comment, share, like, get us out there, you know? Let's see what else we can cook. There's one other thing. I've got a buddy that kind of inspired me to do all of this. Sat down and talked with him about where I was at. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a veteran. I served in the 82nd Airborne. My buddy is running a non-profit called Veteran Transition. Today he brought to light how many veterans are committing suicide every day. 22 to be exact, which is definitely 22, way too many. We want to bring awareness to that fact, bring awareness to the fact that the VA is really struggling to help veterans out. There are wait lines for months. I want you to just go look at his page, Veteran Transitions. It hooks up veterans that are getting out of the military with veterans that have fought the fight, are now successful, and it really just brings them together. Like I said, Veteran Transitions. Look it up, like it, share it. You know, let's make it burn like wildfire. See you next time.